I'm live, fresh out of the Matrix. Good day, everybody. Peace, love, and harmony to you all. I am Peacekeeper, and I'm just here, heading back to camp, you know, to settle in and to just relax after a long day of getting things done in my life. Yeah. And this message is brought to you by how to stop responding to things that you think are affecting you. Because in my little time that I spent out there today, guys, I have realized that so much people are taking things way too personally. Like, pause. Let me just sing a song for you guys before I get into that. Off the top of the dome. All how them a try to fight me down. All how them a try to turn my heart cold. All how them a try to run me down. All how them a try to bring me down. All time them a try. Yet still me stand strong. Them a try. Yet still me stand firm. Me say, me got nothing to lose. Yet still I wish that upon me. Me got nothing to lose. Yet still me choose the righteous way. Yeah, God, me say, yeah, me say, yeah. Because me staying true to me. Yeah. So there's just some people out there that are taking things way too personally, guys. It's not personal at all. It's not personal. It never is. It never is. So, enough of that, right? What have I realized on this charge? What have I realized on this part of how to stop responding to the things that I once thought was affecting me? How I stopped responding to it in a negative way. Hi, welcome. Drop a 10 in the chat. I received that 10. It dropped straight in my bank account. That 10 dropped straight in my bank account, guys. It's right here. Ploop, in my pocket. How I lock it, how I drop it, how I lock it, how I drop it, how I dancing it. No, I'm just moving into the shadows right now, guys. Out here in the motherland with Mother Nature. And yeah, so it's like I was saying, the negative thoughts towards what it is an individual can think that someone is doing to them is nothing that of just a thought. And what I've realized with it is that we often, well, people in general often tend to take things way too personally, where it's like this, right? And this is me talking from experience. We may encounter certain energies out there in our life, in our reality, and these energies may just take out their stress on us and fail to realize that we have nothing to do with why they are feeling the way that they are feeling. We have nothing to do with why they are holding on to what they are holding on to. We have nothing to do with why they are unable to move forward in their lives. We have nothing to do with that. Nothing. Like, guys, imagine this, right? Imagine a world where there's just so much people out there that is portraying a victim role to society. They are always the victim in the circumstances. They have done nothing wrong. They have done no harm, but within themselves, they are always the victim. They are always in that mentality, that mind frame, that frame of mind where everything is being done onto them instead of realizing that nothing is being done onto them. Nothing. But because we personalize it, because we attach ourselves to it, because we focus on the negative aspects of the experiences, it now becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that a lot of people hold dear to their hearts. And along this journey, what I'm learning now more and more and more is not to take this personally. Like, I am realizing more and more and more, it's not personal. Not one bit. It ain't personal at all. Like, yet again, all how them a try to fight me down. All how them a try to bring me down. All how them a try to stop me. All how them a try to take me down. All how them a try to run me to the dead. All how them a try to, try to, but I can't stop this. I said I can't touch this. I said I can't break this. I said I can't rock this. No, me not even wavering, me not even shaky, baby. One bit. All of them I wish that fun me, them I wish that fun me. But I'm not no, a child of the Most High. Me say a child of the Most High. That's why I'm still standing strong. That's why I'm still out here. Protected anywhere, protected every day, protected anywhere I go, anywhere I go. It's not personal. Yeah, it's not personal. It's just the way they are. And it's just the place that they are trapped in. So all of them I try to turn my heart cold. I ain't going cold. Hell no. Keeping that love up. Staying connected to nature. Staying connected to Gaia. Hi, welcome. It's about to get real dark in the back here. Pretty soon you guys won't even be able to see me. But I'll shine the light at the stars. You know, I'll shine the light at the stars for you guys. Because out here, about to be lit up with some fireflies. It's about to be lit up with some dragonflies. It's going to have some birds flying over. It's going to have a whole lot of goodness taking place in the back here. Hey, my teeth. It's only my teeth, man. Just my teeth. Oh, yes. So I was actually going to go straight up, but the connection is not that good there. So as I'm using data, I need to calm down a little bit. Take a deep breath. Just stay tranquilo and stay in presence. Yeah. So, thank you guys for being here. Thank you, my friend Shay. You are appreciated greatly. Humble gratitude for you yet again. Thank you for the support of you tuning in right now. You guys are amazing. You guys are worthy of everything that you guys desire out there. You guys are divine love. You guys are divine intellect. You guys are connected to your souls because you guys are still here. Anyone aligned to these type of messages are souls that are brave enough to move into the unknown, are souls that are brave enough to challenge themselves, are souls that are brave enough to break past those barriers of limiting beliefs, to break past those barriers of self-destructing beliefs, you know, and actually ready right here, right now, to move into the life that you truly desire, to move into the power that you truly desire. Right now, you're no longer afraid of your power. You're no longer afraid of who you are. No. You are accepting who you are 100%. You are holding yourself accountable for loving yourself. And that's something that is priceless. Self-love. Much love to you. Thank you. Thank you. Love, 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 love will reign supreme in any given day in every single way. Every single way. So I actually have some good news today, guys. Good news, good news, good news, good news. So I got through with my identification card. Ding! I'm back in the matrix. Uh, I'm not entirely back in the matrix, but now I'm back in the system, basically. So I've been off grid for quite a long time, you know, and it just goes to show, you know, you can't live off grid and so, you know, be just fine. But I've decided to use some of the matrix, you know, structures to help grow my foundation so that I can develop a little bit more stability. So I'll just say, you know, good news there. I still need to wait until it's processed in the matrix, but in my book it's already done because I've done all that I need to do. Now it's just the waiting game again. So I fixed one of the problems that I was dealing with in my life, and that's good news for me. So I'll share this for you guys too here. Cheer yourself on for the smallest and simplest of victories, as small as it is, because, you know, these victories may not be big to other people. You know, other people may not find that exciting for them because they are not the one that has been in your shoes. They are not the one who has been living, you know, in your world or in your life. I actually want you guys to see my face. So I'll come out of the darkness and I'll go back to the shoot light. Yeah, they are not the ones that have been in your shoes to understand the kind of work and efforts and drive that has taken you, you know, just to get your simple victories. And that's a simple victory, but I can even, you know, share another deep victory and breakthrough that I encountered today on my behalf, which I'm proud of. So I faced a lot of challenges today, you know, being out there, like a lot. There were just so much entities coming at me at the same time. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is there so much negative energy trying to bleed into my reality? Why is that? And I'm like, this shit is crazy. But what I did was, I didn't give in to it. I didn't, you know, fall victim to it. I didn't say to myself, you know, I am the problem. I didn't blame myself for what they were doing because I realized within myself, I'm just here. I'm just doing what it is that I need to do. And you know, it's like just my presence without me even having to say a word, without me having to even do anything. It was upsetting them. Like, it was just upsetting their frequency. So it just showed me that my frequency and vibration is just so high to the point where when it is you're vibing at a high frequency, at a high vibration, and you move into certain spaces, especially when you are a high vibrational being at a high level, people who are fake, people who are not being truthful to themselves, when it is you move into spaces and you are around individuals like that, they will be uneasy around you and they won't even know why they are uneasy around you. They'll think that you are the problem from you just sitting in silence, or you just being too quiet, or you just being too peaceful. They will think you are the problem and they will now maneuver towards trying to offset your peace, offset your humble nature, your calm nature. They will now try to get you out of that state. And that's what I've realized more and more that they were trying to do. So I realize today more, you know, you really and truly need to grasp the aspect of not taking it personally. Because in a nutshell, they are really just NPCs. So why take on what an NPC thinks about you? Why why absorb an energy from an entity who knows absolutely nothing about you? They haven't spent any time with you, and even let's say they may have spent a little bit of time with you, but they never actually took the time to get to know you. They never actually took the time to get to understand you. They never actually took the time to get to actually meet you for you. They never accepted you for you. They never once appreciated you. But yet still they think they know you. They don't know you. They don't even know you from a can of peas, guys. They don't know you from a can of peas. You know? So yeah, I'll sit here under the street light. Know you guys are seeing me now. Moved out of the darkness, guys. I'm in the light now. I'm shining bright, right? Yeah, so they don't know you from a can of peas. They really never took the time to know you. They never did. And this is why I have to say to you, why take it personally what they think of you? Like, take a deep breath with me. As I'm seated here now, I'm feeling my nervous system settling here. Take a deep breath. Feel your heart beat. Wiggle your toes. Relieve yourself from any tension in your body. Relieve yourself from any stress. Anything that you may be feeling, any muscle tension in your cheekbones, anywhere, just melt into this moment right here. Take another deep breath with me. Just hold that breath for 4 seconds. Just exhale that breath for 4 seconds slowly. Yeah, we're still here. We're still present. Right, so where was I? Where was I? This level of peace, guys. This level of inner strength. It's a force, a strength that is so powerful that a lot of people in the world fear that strength. We love support from others. I love support from others. I love when people support me. I love when people cheer me on. But you want to know the flip side, what I'm learning now too? You see, when people are not cheering me on, when people are wishing bad on me, when people are thinking negatively about me, like, I'm learning to love that shit. Is that crazy? I think I cracked a little bit there. Like, I'm loving that too. Why have I chosen to love this now? Because I've realized more and more and more, yet again, it has nothing to do with me. Nothing. 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 Like, absolutely nothing. So I've accepted the fact that that will be there. I've accepted the fact that these entities are not going anywhere. I've accepted the fact that I need to live with that. And I need to learn how to be able to live with that. So aside from me trying to get rid of that, I'm just like, really? Oh, thank you. That's how you feel about yourself? Woo! That's what you wish onto yourself? Ooh! No, don't do that. And I just send them love, kindness, good energy, and compassion. Be compassionate with them regardless. Why? Because that's what I wish for myself. Why? Because that's what I want for myself. Why? Because that's the vision that I have for myself. Why? Because I'm staying true to my nature. And my nature is that of love. Unconditional love. But love for me, and as it is for a lot of people in the matrix, it's not the same. So my way and my definition of love is realness, authenticity, rawness. Yes, I'll be kind. Yes, I'll be loving. Yes, I'll be genuine, but I'll be straightforward. And I'll tell them like it is, in a very nice way, in a very real way, but they can still interpret that in a negative way. Because a lot of people are not ready for real love. A lot of people have grown accustomed to so much fake love that when they get real love, they don't know what real love looks like. And I'll just explain a little deeper about that too. For me, right? I have some actual people now that are showing me who are really supporting me too at the same time, in my corner and have my back. And these are people who, share positive criticism with me. So for example, I have well, I can say that is my friend because they saw an error, they saw a flaw in a poster that I made where I spelled a word wrong, right? I spelled a word wrong. It was simply just a typo error, by the way. But I was still grateful for, the enhancement that they gave to me. They actually corrected the word for me so that I was able to see that and go back onto that poster and fix that, fix that error, fix that issue, and it helped me to actually perfect my art and my craft and my poster even better. It helped me enhance. I have another friend, which I would say he is also my friend, who is looking out for me. Yet again, another poster that I posted, because I'm posting a lot of posters these days for my businesses, right? And he said to me, you should put a face to your posters. You should display yourself, and rather than displaying, a poster, a person, from somewhere else that you just use on your poster. You should display yourself. And I was like, that makes sense. That really makes sense. So I adopted that. I absorbed that energy. I absorbed those positive criticisms because those positive criticisms were moving me and helping me to maneuver into becoming my better version, a better version of myself. And that's realness. That's real love. That is what I look at. The simple things like that. Not the other way around, where, like, for example, today I'm just sharing a little bit more about love for you guys here with me. My understanding of love, right? You guys don't have to follow anything that I'm saying here. You guys don't have to do anything that I'm saying here. You don't have to live this way either. I'm just sharing, right? So I went out there today, and I don't talk about these things that I do in public. When I try my best to make what I have do, and I try to uplift others at the same time while doing it. I don't have a lot, but I still do. I still give freely, and I still give from my heart, right? But I want to share this. So I gave somebody money today. It wasn't that much. It was $10 to be exact, right? But why did I give this individual $10? Here, why I gave them $10. I saw that individual standing on the pavement playing a violin. And that violin is just a sweet frequency to be emitting out there. Even though people are not standing up, cheering that guy on, or watching him play his violin, he's still playing his violin. And this guy could be like about 70 something years. He looks like an old guy. So I know he's getting a pension. I know he doesn't need my money. He doesn't need my money. He may have appreciated it if I had stood there and actually listened to him for a longer period of time. I couldn't do that though because I was so busy on the move, on the fly. Hi, welcome, thank you for being here. Tap that like button and share this message. Someone else out there may need to hear this. Yeah. So I know if I had sat there, if I had stayed there and listened to him, he may have appreciated that more and played a little bit more for me to listen to. Maybe next time I see him I'll do that if I have the time at hand. I really didn't have the time today. I had was to to keep moving, right? But yeah, I gave him that because I was just simply supporting, what he was doing. Because, there's not that much natural music being played out there anymore. Like when you look around, everything is artificial. When you look around, no one is really playing instruments. No one is pushing the instrumentals, the real instruments, the natural instruments that are tuned to the Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the earth, the heartbeat of Gaia. They're not really promoting that much. So when I saw what it is he was doing, he had his little basket there at the same time. I said, the least I can do is offer something to him. But you all want to know the truth? I gave him nothing. I gave him absolutely nothing. Because $10 is nothing. Even if I had gave him $1,000, that's nothing. It's nothing. Even if I had gave him $10,000, it's nothing. Because that's what money is. Nothing. It's the energy you push behind the money is what makes it worth something. That's the truth. And here why I'll say this. Because what I've realized with that is a lot of people give, but they don't give with good energy. They don't give with love from their hearts. They don't give with genuine kindness from their hearts. They don't give out of divine love. They give out of a form of wanting to get something in return. They also give out of a form of expecting to receive. And this is where, people like that, when it is they give on that pathway, right? They give in that line. They often get offended. They often feel bad if they do not receive what it is that they were expecting to receive in the end of what it is that they have given. They had a expectation for an ending without even the person that they gave it to having to ask them, or without even the person having to tell them that, hey, I will do this. Then they should be able to expect if someone has said to them, I will do this. But if they have not said that, they should not expect, especially when it is they give from their heart. I know that guy from nowhere. I may never see him again. I may see him again. It doesn't really matter to me. But at the end of it all, what I'm saying is, I still don't think that I've given him anything. I've given him my love. I've given it to him out of the kindness of my heart. But that for me is still not something that's worth giving. You want to know what I really believe is giving back to someone? Giving someone the power to be free mentally. Free from limiting beliefs. Free from judgment of others. Free from fear. Free from hating or any type of pain. Just free. Something that can impact somebody in a beautiful way. That even though you're not here with them today, even though you're not in the corner today, 10 years from now, they can look back and say, wait, Peacekeeper, they tell me this, and up to this day, I still living by this, and it's still working for me, and it's still making my life, feel good. It's still making you feel good. It's still making you feel alive. It's something that lives on not only within you as a being, but because it has been something that has impacted you so much, you will actually want to impact someone else in that way. And that's legacy. That's love. That's giving. That's raw giving. That's true giving. And yet again, this is me, my definition of love. My definition. Y'all can take what you need to take what resonates with you. Because me, guys, I'm not here to conform anybody. I'm not here to get anyone to believe in me. I'm here to get you to believe in you, to trust in you, to know yourself, to believe in you wholeheartedly 100%, to trust and love you 100%, to know that God, divine, Mother Nature is right here within your sacred heart always. That's what I'm here to do. So I'll make this disclaimer here. You cannot be me. Do not try to be me. I'll say that again. You cannot be me. Do not try to be me. You can get certain pointers, certain things that may work in your favor, certain things that you may be able to handle. But as for me, I'm rooted right now. I'm rooted. I have been in some deep, deep, dark stuff that I've kept my love, flaming so high that even though there was the world of darkness around me, I still see the light. I'm always seeing the light. So this is where, I've cultivated that balance. So I just use the tools that I use to share with you guys. And you guys could try some of these tools and, tweak it, and make your own original pathway, with it. And walk in your own lane, walk at your own pace, walk with your own flow, be in your truest nature, yeah. So the things money can't buy mean the most. Definitely you are truly a gem, you know that, right? Like, you are truly a gem. I really and truly appreciate these powerful comments that you drop. I appreciate these powerful gestures. And I appreciate your presence being here, And this can lead me to this too. This next part of this message here, where in the title, I titled this message, how to stop responding negatively to what you think is affecting you. So I hope I'm still on track with that. I hope I'm still bringing forth that clarity here for you guys too at the same time, because I've talked a little bit about, my understanding of love and my way of thinking. So I hope this is bringing forth the clarity towards that title, how to deal with what it is that you think is affecting you. I appreciate you too. Your messages help a lot. Thank you. Gratitude for that. Yeah, so just some vital recaps on this message. It's not personal. 1, I'll give you 10 right now. It's not personal. 1, you're not the problem. 2, you don't need fixing. 3, you deserve everything your heart desires. 4, you are a beautiful soul. You are already connected to your soul. You are already a divine being. Give thanks for that. 6, life is balance and duality. There are highs, there are lows. How you decide to ride that roller coaster, in the ups and the downs, how you decide to climb that mountain. No, when you reach the peak, the mountain peak, there's always a pathway where you gotta go down, and coming down is a lot easier. But you see, going back up is where the will beats the skill. Going back up is where you have to stay focused and connected to divine, to God, to the Most High, which is not an entity or something only outside of you, but within you. And this is where tip number 7, allow your wisdom, which is linked to your intuition, to guide you through. So I'll just give an example of how to know when your intuition is speaking to you, and how to know when the victim is speaking to you. How to know the difference, right? So Victim sounds like this. She did that to me. The system did this to me. Society has done that to me. They've done that to me. Why me? That's the voice of the victim. That's the voice of a wimp inside of you. But that's not you. That's not who you are. No. And then there's another voice. There's a voice of, you can choose to let that go. You can choose to keep loving. You can choose to stay focused and heart-centered. This is where wisdom is coming in here. You can choose to give thanks because now you are able to see what you don't want for you. Now you're able to see what affects you, what has triggered you, and now you are able to fix that. Now you are able to walk through that. Now you are able to cultivate more balance and harmony in your life. And this is where you get the balance. And this is where you become neutral and you become fully conscious, fully awakened, fully aware, and in control without even trying to be in control. You're just there. You're just breathing. Just like this. You're just observing. And you're like, oh, that's the victim. That's the victim. Get out of here, victim. No, I'm listening, victim. I'm listening. What you gotta say, victim? That's what you gotta say. I've been there. I've done that. Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. And it just fades away, guys. It just fades away. That pipsqueak just gets pew, 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 pew. It's gone. It doesn't bother you anymore. We are the solution. Them are the problem. I'm learning to communicate without getting angry. Vice versa, vice versa. But it's like I told you though, I'm realizing they are not even the problem. Like, I will be real with you here, that's a projection. That's a projection, like they are not a problem. If you think they are a problem, they'll continuously keep being a problem. So I've learned that they're not a problem. No, they're not. It's an NPC. And the same pipsqueak that we were talking about earlier on, that chats, in the mind sometimes, it's chatting in their minds. But they are giving in to that. And they now are just giving in to it, but acting that out, living by that pipsqueak. So for me, I see it like this. Oh my, I want to help you. I really do. But I can't help you. I can't help you. So it's not my problem. It ain't my problem. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You get me? It's not my problem. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. So therefore, there is no problem. And they are no problem. Hope you understand that breakdown. Because that's the truth. Like, that's the truth. You see, any problem that you may see in this life comes from the lens that you are looking at the experience or at the being from. This is just what I've realized. Like, I could sit there and focus on problems. I'll find a lot more problems to focus on. Like, I'll find a lot more negatives to focus on. But if I sit here and focus on the solutions or focus on understanding what they're going through, this is how I actually realize it's a pipsqueak. This is how I actually realize they got issues. This is how I actually realize they're just fighting inner demons. They're just fighting inner battles. And I'm like, wow. I actually, for a brief moment in time, was thinking about feeling sorry for them. But I was like, why feel sorry for that? Why feel sorry for them? and disrupt my own frequency and feel sad and be down and feel down for that. I was like, why should I allow them to throw off my peace and off balance my peace when they are not serving any purpose in my life? I'll only do that for beings who really and truly, want better for themselves and really and truly need that support and is driving, pushing through, but they just need assistance. I'll do that for people like that. I'll feel sorry and I'll you know I'll give my energy in that way. I'll give my kindness in that way. I'll stretch my neck out, but I won't allow them to cut it off. It's like, you can use me, but don't abuse me. Let me say that again. You can use me, but don't abuse me. Because if I realize that I'm being abused, if I realize that I'm about to be abused, hey, peace out. Peace out. Peace be unto you. I wish the best unto you. I love you, and I'm gonna love you from a distance. And I will allow you to grow on your own. That's it. That's it. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your company and I appreciate your presence here. It is definitely felt. Thank you for dropping a comment. Keep commenting. I can interact a lot more too. If you guys keep the comments up, and I can, just interact some more too with you guys. So I am from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. Right now I'm situated here outside in nature under a street light. you know Anything you take for granted, yep, gets taken away. And that's true. That is so true. A wise man once said to me, um whatever it is you don't appreciate in this life, you will lose. Like, if you don't appreciate people, the places, or the things you have in this life, you are to lose them. And that's the truth. That's raw, hardcore truth. That's raw, hardcore facts. You really and truly need to continuously keep appreciating where you are, who you are, what you have, what it is that you hold dear to you in your life. You need to continuously keep showing that appreciation. And this could also help with also understanding how to stop responding negatively towards what you think is affecting you. You see, when you appreciate even those things, it no longer affects you. It no longer harms you. Because why? You're coming from a place of appreciation, which is that place of gratitude. And this is why I promote gratitude on a daily. This is why I promote giving thanks on a daily. Why do we value, or what do we value? I like that you can use me, but don't abuse me. Anything you take, okay. What really matters. Oh gosh. That's so true. That's so true. We're not abusing each other. We are being of service to each other. We are. Now, I'm saying use, but it is use, but it's kind of like an energetic transaction. I'm giving goodness, I'm giving love, I'm sharing inspiration, and that's just being reciprocated back onto me. And that's where the energy is not just being used, but it's being recycled and it's being renewed. So this is where your energy now is being given back to you, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the flow you are supposed to have, when it is you are giving your energy. But where I was talking about earlier on in the using aspect is that if someone is just using you, like they want you to keep trying for them, they want you to keep pushing them, they want you to keep focusing on them and they want all your attention on them, but they now are not appreciating what it is that you are doing for them. They now are not grasping the amount of effort and energy that you are pouring into them. So they now can just be there, not pushing or moving with any sense of urgency, and they can feel affected by that. Well, the being who is pouring their energy into that being can feel affected by that, and this is where they can feel used, and this is where that being, that individual needs to realize, wait a minute, I need to let this being go, because if I keep going on that road, I may harm myself to the point where I may become energy depleted. And that's where within an individual, within oneself, they need to understand their cutoff point on how much they're willing to, give, how much they're willing to share. So this is where for me, I continue to share, I continue to give, I continue to be there, but I can only be there for someone if I am at a certain level within myself, if I have enough to pour. But if I do not have enough to pour, I cannot give any extra, I cannot give any more. So this is where, if I'm, yeah, am I back online? Drop a comment please to show that I'm back online. Wi-Fi cut for a second. That's so true what you're saying. Yes, thank you for being here yet again. Yeah, so I'm looking to sum and wrap this up because my data is actually finishing in like 15 minutes, I think. I'm not sure, so I'll just go with the flow here. I'm using up my last of my data to do this live stream and this podcast for you guys. That's how much love I have for you guys. That's how much drive I have, for putting out good energy into the universe and helping raise the vibration of the planet, and just sharing my wisdom. That's how much I'm passionate about this. So where was I with that? I was at the point of giving too much to the point where I'm realizing, or if I realize that I'm becoming depleted, I'll have to cut back and cut off for a period of time to refuel me. And as long as I'm fueled, as long as I have enough to give, there and then I will continue to give. Aside from that, I'm here and I have to refuel, recharge, find myself in nature somewhere, find myself in a secluded area where I can restore my energy and where I can, get back. And this is what a lot of chosen ones out there right now need to understand also about giving. You have to continuously keep making sure that you have enough for you before you give. And that's the truth. Whereas there are people out there that has enough to give and they don't even choose to give. So just the mere fact that you are choosing to give, that also shows how empathic you are. That also shows how caring you are. Because a lot of people who don't even have that much and still choose to give, that's real love also. That's real genuine authenticity. That's real genuine love that this world is in desperate need of. Like, this world is in desperate need of more of that type of love, But I say to you guys right now, we are being called to make sure that we are secure within ourselves, mentally, physically, spiritually. Make sure that we are able to, stand on our own if necessary. We are being called to do that, and this will require separation from, the excessive amount of pouring into empty vessels. So this would mean you need to be mindful of knowing when you are pouring into somebody that is not ready or yet open to receive your energy. You need to be mindful of that, because that can harm you in the long run. So I hope you guys know what that feels like. I hope you guys understand what that looks like too. And it often comes in the form of stress. You feel stressed, or you feel depleted, you feel like you just want to lie down all the time. You feel like if you don't want to be around that being, you feel like you need a break. You see, when you feel like you need a break, that's an indication that you're giving too much. When you feel like you need a break, you are giving too much. You are trying to do too much. You are trying to be a savior. You are trying to save the world, and it's not on you to carry the weight of this world on your back. It's not on you. That's when you need to take a seat, reassess, readjust, reconnect. I mean, you're already connected, but recharge. So that's the word, recharge. And then when you're fueled again and your cup is overflowing again, pour from your overflow. And 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 so you go. So you go. And take it one step at a time, guys, as usual. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Move at your pace. Keep moving at your own pace. It's like I said earlier on, you cannot be anyone else out there. Always be yourself. Always rocking your own lane. And stay true to who you are. Hope you guys enjoy this message. Hope you guys enjoy this live stream. I hope you guys learned something today from this live stream. I hope this live stream has done what it was needed to do for anyone that came across this live stream. And I'm thankful for you guys being here yet again. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I wish you guys the best along your endeavors moving forward in your journey. I wish you guys a good night rest, a good night's sleep. I wish you guys that tranquility. So to close off this message, I'll just like to give you guys a little, practice here, just to make sure that this message is well absorbed and well received. So we just take this moment right here, right now, just to sit in silence. And I won't be speaking, I'll just be here. And I'll close my eyes. And what I'd like for you guys to do on the other end, for those of you who are still here, we are just simply going to inhale for 10 seconds. And we are going to hold our breath for 10 seconds. And we are going to release that breath for 10 seconds. And we are going to do this repeatedly for 3 times. And at the end of it, just give thanks for the podcast. Just give thanks for who you are. Give thanks for where you are. And that's it. I'm out. So let's just take that time now to breathe on 3, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 10. Inhale for 10 again. Release that breath for 10 seconds. Inhale for 10 again. And I give thanks. And that's a simple way to stay balanced, to stay tranquil, to stay cool, and to stay heart-centered and present. That's a simple way to clear your mind. That's a simple way to relieve yourself from any thoughts where you're not thinking, where you're unbothered, and you're just here. Here with the divine within, here with the supreme being, here with God. And you can relax and sleep like a baby. You can relax and just be there, just lay on your bed and do that. And before you know it, you just fall asleep. No problem. No problem. Not even a little bit. Little bit. No anxiety, no stress, no fear, no worry over here. I appreciate it and thank you too. One love, guys. One love. Hope you guys enjoy this message. Yet again, bye. I'm out. Until the next one.